Hey guys, this is Jordy at Let Art Find You. So this is officially my first creators video. I'm going to be making something in this video here today. Some of you will know me from my other channel, Carving Fusion. It's a wood carving channel or power carving channel using Dremels and stuff like this. I mostly do wood spirits like this guy here, big, small. I also do chainsaw carving too. But you know, some of you might ask me, Jordy, why the new channel? Well, I've started this new channel because I'm doing what makes me happy, okay? And it's time for me to push outside my boundaries, go beyond wood carving, and try different sorts of art. And I didn't want to interrupt that my wood carving channel, Carving Fusion, with different types of art. So that's why I decided to make this channel. Some of you will ask me, Jordy, are you a professional artist? Absolutely not a professional artist. I don't even know if I can call myself an artist. All I know is I like challenging myself, progressing, and trying my best to keep happy through art. That's why I do it, guys. That's why I'm here. And if I can share that with you guys, and you guys learn something from my mistakes or from my wins, perfect. So anyways, let me set up the overhead camera and I'll explain what I'm going to do today with this Apoxie Sculpt. We've got a black color and we've got a gray color. So let me get set up and we'll start, we'll leave the talking for another day and I'll show you what tools and all the stuff that I'm going to be using. Okay guys, so what this stuff is called Apoxie Sculpt, okay? It's like epoxy glue or whatever. It's 2 to 1, so 1 to 1. You mix this up the same size with each other, okay? So, I've used this a couple times before. I did a Grim Reaper thing. I made this silly little guy with the extra stuff I had. It's hard like plastic, okay? So you can see I just kind of practiced with it before. I don't really know too much about this stuff, but I know it starts curing in about an hour, but it doesn't fully cure 24 hours, okay? So what I'm going to be doing with this stuff here, I'm going to be, since this is my first video on the new Let Art Find You, I'm going to be sculpting a wood spirit like this guy, okay? You can do anything you want to do, guys. You can really do anything you want to do with this stuff. But I'm going to be doing this as a tribute to my other page, okay? Carving Fusion. And my favorite things where to carve is the wood spirits, all right? So anyways, what tools, well, this stuff is gray. I'm in Canada, British Columbia, Vancouver, in a little town called Ladner. This stuff's black. You can also get epoxy clay. And this stuff's the gray stuff, okay? Same stuff. And this was like $45 off Amazon. You can just get it, Apoxie Sculpt. You see it on Amazon. That's Canadian money, guys. So these are going to be the tools that I'm going to be using. First of all, so I don't ruin my desk here, I'm waiting to get a desk pad. I got these mats from the dollar store because my nickname on my other channel is called, well, I'm Heavy Hands, and also Pigpen, okay? So let's put those out so we don't create a huge mess, all right? I got these sculpting tools on Amazon. Like, I think it was like, I don't even know what these things are for, guys, okay? It's all learning for me too. I think these were like 20 bucks for the set. I watched some girls, I watched lots of YouTube channels, guys, and I said some girl that does the sculpting said the wood's not very good because the epoxy seems to stick to the wood stuff too. So I also got these. These are like, I think it's called like wax molding tips. See, they're kind of rubberish. So I think this is what I'll be using most, and these handles are plastic. Okay, you got little razor blades, but this set was like, I didn't want to spend too much money because I'm just starting out in this stuff, and I do want to get into molding, okay? So also, what, I got some tin foil here. You guys obviously know what tin foil is, right? Okay, so I just took this off. So because this stuff's so expensive, I don't want to use the whole fill with this stuff because it will just be a waste of money. So you're better off making like something like this out of tin foil, then shaping around it, right? Than putting your, you know, my wood spirit around this instead of making this all epoxy, right? Does that make sense to you? So this is just tin foil done up. I also have wax paper here, okay? Just like your wax paper that you get. This is all dollar store stuff, guys. Okay, so we got wax paper here. Now what I want to do with this wax paper, okay? Let me try and explain this so this makes sense. I want to make this wax paper around it, which actually it fits pretty good. Because once the epoxy's hardened, I want to be able to pull this whole thing out of the back. So it's hollow in the back of the wood spirit epoxy thing I'm going to make. Does that make sense? So it's like a mask. Because you don't need all that weight in the thing. It's going to be a little wall hanger or a fridge magnet or whatever, wherever you want to put it. You don't need all that back solid epoxy. So it will be hollow. So let me get this set up. Okay. Also, guys, I have this, like this one, I didn't use any water. I just kind of spat on my finger and tried to rub it in. But this stuff you can use with water, right? You use the water to put it on your hands and smooth things down, stuff like get rid of the seam lines like there, and so you can smooth them together. And I got this foam in here that came with the kit. You can just dab your finger on the foam and smooth it down. It also says too, like, you know, before I got the thing like formed on here, the epoxy on here, but then you could like get these tools wet, and then it helps to do it too. So here's a shout out to one of my old subscribers, Larry on Vancouver Island. Here's a shout out to you, bud. And so let me get this all wrapped up. We'll pull this epoxy sculpt out. We'll mix it all together, and we'll start making a wood spirit. I don't know if I already said, about after an hour, it starts getting a little bit harder. It's not so goopy, okay? And then you can start getting some real good form in there, right? Oh, one more thing, guys, too. This here is this stuff, the wash-on hand protectant. I'm going to put this on my hands first because it acts like a second skin. So you put this on your fingers, because I'm so messy, I'll get this black epoxy everywhere. You put this stuff on your fingers, and then your hands clean up, like it almost peels right off, right? Okay, so anyways, guys, I'll be back. Okay, guys, so you can see this here. It's locked into the place. I got it wrapped with the wax tape. I don't know if this is going to release from the back of the mold when it's dry, but I did tack it down with this hot glue gun, like a hobby glue gun. So it's stuck there and it won't be able to move when I'm putting this stuff on around it for the bulk. Okay, so let me get seated and get started. Okay, guys, so they say to make a ball out of this, get a bowl of this stuff out of there, okay? Then to get a bowl of this stuff out of this one, and make sure that both the balls are the same size, because it's 1-to-1, so you want them to both be the same size, so when you mix them together, they're equal in parts, okay? Because if they're not equal in parts, this stuff might not really get as hard as plastic. It might kind of stay soft. So you want to try and make them equal as you can. You can even use a scale to weigh them if you want, but I think these look pretty equal to me. So also another thing too is, you don't, like I got this stuff from this side on this hand. I don't want to be putting this hand in there, okay? Because then you're going to contaminate this side and you're going to make it hard spots, and it's going to be a waste of money, right? So we already got those. Let me do a couple more of these, okay? Well, this hand's dirty with this. I'll pull it out of there, this hand, and I'll pull it out of there with that hand. I'll get a bunch ready, and then we'll start laying it out, okay? Okay, so we got all basically equal parts now, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix these two together. And this is what you would call mending it together. I'm going to do this for a good couple minutes. Make sure you got to make sure it's mixed up really good, guys. So it all blends together, right? And like I said, guys, I'm no pro at this. I'm just trying it out. If it works, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it doesn't work, I'm still going to show it on the video anyways. So yeah, I'm not going to, I'll finish this, then I'll start putting this one together. Okay, so, but I'm not going to show, this is like watching paint dry for you guys. So I'll get this all put together, and then we'll start shaping our piece. Just want to show you guys, this stuff's not that hard, right? And like I said, you can also get epoxy clay. So I've been doing this for about 2 minutes, but the more you do, the better it's gonna take to both parts, right? Okay, so almost done. I'll be back. Okay, so it's pretty well all together. Now I'm gonna put it on here. I know I could get hot glue gun here, guys, and put it along there so it doesn't get underneath. I know that for all you pros that are watching this, okay? So it's just a matter of slowly stretching it over everywhere. You know, pushing it down and then letting it wrap around the edges or whatever. Okay, so how about I just get this done? You guys can see what's going on here. Just slowly stretching it over. And then I'll be back. I don't want to make this too thin, so I might have to put another whole other coat on this thing. Like I was expecting to use both these containers for this one piece, right? So this piece is like a $40 piece, just with the materials alone. But I'm planning on making more videos if this wood spirit turns out, how to make cheap silicone castings, right? I've done that before for my wooden wood spirits. You guys, I'll be doing lots of sorts of different stuff on this channel. Promise you that. Okay, so let me get this done. I'll be back. Okay, so here you can see it's all together, but there's little seams here, right? So I'm gonna get this foam brush, right? And I'm just gonna work all those seams in so you don't see any seams at all. It's nice and clean. I want to make it clean now. I think it's better to do now. This is just, you guys, again, these are just my opinions, these videos, okay? Like I said, I'm no pro. I don't even know what the hell, I don't know what's going on here. And we'll just try and figure it out. Kind of looks like a log of poo right now, doesn't it? So anyways, so what I'm going to do next is mix up some more of this stuff, and we're going to place his nose. I don't know if this guy's going to have any hair. Maybe we'll make him a bald one, right? Where's a good spot for his nose? His eyes will be here, forehead. This guy probably will have hair. Let's just see if we can get enough time. You guys, his nose placement is probably the most important part, because you go off the nose where you want to put it, right? Like, so if you put the nose down here, you can have lots of hair up here, right? So I put the nose here just, well, because I thought it was a good place to put the nose. How's that? And in the center too, right? You guys can mark a center line with one of your sculpting tools that you got. It's always good to have center lines, guys. It's just about blending it together so you don't see any seam lines, right? I'm not a pro at making faces either, by the way, guys. It's all trial and error for me. Okay, so the nose is pretty well in there. The water really helps. Okay, so now we need eyebrows. So let's mark in some eyebrows. We'll give this guy so he's old, right? So his eyebrows are facing down on the corners. So here will be one. And here will be the next one. Okay. So I don't know if I can raise, I don't know if this is thick enough for me to raise it, but let's see what we can do here. See, I'm pushing it away. Get your tools wet, dipping it in the water. See how fun this is, guys? Anybody can do it. Okay? Let's take the bridge of his nose down a little bit. And bring this side down a little bit too. Okay, so there's that. So now let's give him some, boy, I got all these different tools here and I'm sitting there using my fingers. Okay, so what's another good tool I can use? Let's see here. Okay, let's give him some, well, he's kind of got a long face. Let's mark out his mustache. So you guys, don't forget you got your center mark here, right? So his mustache, we'll just kind of make it come down here. And down here. And then the mouth too. Okay, since you need the mustache to rise up, like stick off the face, we got to remove some of this in here, okay? So that's what we're going to do. We'll do the razor blade that came with this package right here. Good enough. You know, there's tools for this. I don't know what tool will work or whatever. We just remove this stuff. Okay, same with the other side. Actually, I know what tool works. A tool like this, okay? Puts on camera, and then you can watch this. I knew it worked for clay. I don't know if it worked for this stuff. Yeah, and it works. See how it removes it? Bingo! And you got to remember, guys, when you're using this stuff, you got to do it. You can't take too long. Like, I don't think a wood spirit will be maybe your first thing to do. Try a flower. Try something that you're good at. You know, girls, try dolphins. Simple. Try a dog. Try a cat. I've just done so many wood spirits. It's my favorite thing to do. That's why I'm doing a wood spirit for my first video on this channel. Okay, so we got all this extra stuff now, which is good. Now let's get our hands wet again. And get this stuff smoothed out here just a bit, right? So if this stuff starts to cure in an hour, well, you got to speed up when you're doing something this big with this kind of stuff, right? Okay, so let's mix up this stuff. What we got to do here too, beside the nose, to make the mustache rise higher. And this one too. This is super fun. It's not dusty. You know, guys, for the new to the channel, I've had sinus problems. So I've had to take a break from wood carving. But I want to keep going with my art. That's why I'm doing this. Same with you guys. If you guys have a problem and you can't do something, find something else to do. Just find your happiness. I think it's important to keep dipping your fingers. Okay, so let's, this guy's forehead, let's see here. So, what we'll do now is we'll, let's see here. Okay, we'll cut on his forehead. It's a good tool for that. Let's just use this. Okay. Now I want to push all down inside there. Oh boy. Ah boy, what am I doing? Okay, how about you guys see what's going on here? How would I do this quickly? I'm gonna push this forehead down. Okay, so then the hair's higher. Because I'm kind of running out of time here, I think. What do you guys think? I just want to shape it before it starts getting, so I forgot, it stuff cures slowly. So anyways, I don't need to rush. So I'm staying. Put this stuff on here. Could have made him a hat if we wanted to. See how I'm blending that in? So that whole seam's gone. Okay guys, so I'm not gonna lie when I said my camera was gonna die, because it was gonna die. So I just kind of panicked and I had to finish this piece. I don't know what I'm doing such a big piece for my first one. It's 10 inches long by, let's see here, 3 inches wide. It's just, I guess it's my own stupidity. But you guys, you can start off with smaller stuff like this, you know, like mix it up, make yourself a little frog or something, and I don't know. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna walk away, guys. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna let this dry for 24 hours. I'll be back. I'll say what I did do after I got all my like beard hairs and stuff cut in here. It's not that smooth, guys. It's my first sculpt, right? Well, second. This guy's my first. Anyways, what I did, I got this paintbrush wet and I just kind of went over with water, right? And just kind of brushed everything as smooth as I could. Because like I said, if this turns out good, then I want to show you guys how you can make a real cheap mold out of the silicone you can buy from a hardware store. Okay? So let's see a side view of this thing. There you go. Okay, so let's see what happens tomorrow. Let's see if, first of all, if it pulls off this plastic, and second of all, if we can get the backing out of it, that tin foil stuff and that wrap stuff. And then we'll see about painting this. We can do whatever we want if it comes apart. If it comes apart. Be back tomorrow.